It was a gun.
I'm not voting.
If we want to build our nation.
The problem with the Somalians.
Just want to experience something else than a black man.
Move on, move
Can't be like a horse with blinkers.
Honestly say, I was about to have sex and then I pulled
crap,
up.
but it's nice.
Ngomangaliso kusheka ngihlala endaweni yango-42 ndimember kakhanya patrol.
Kusinathi Fikland ngihlala phe Gugulethu number 29 ndimember ekhanya safety patrol.
My name is Emmanuel. I'm staying here at NY6 number 14. This is my neighbourhood. I'm a member of Gugulethu patrol.
My name is Edward. I stay in Gugulethu, section 1. I'm a member of patrol.
NdingoGerald Roro ndihlala apha eGugulethu phantsi keKhanya patrol.
Ngosinathi Wakakhambi. I stay up in 18 Gugulethu section 1. Ndingomnye wemembers zekaKhanya safety patrol.
Igama lam ndinguHank Solomziboy. Ndingomnye wemembers zeKhanya safety patrol. Ndihlala apha section 1 NY6.
We started patrolling on our area on the 11th of February due to the fact that there was a lot of crime happening across this area. People were being victims of crime, like students from the ST Francis. So basically we came together and we planned. That's when we started.
I think what actually affected this community the most in terms of crime, it's the fact that we are in a close proximity to the mall, and we have several schools that are situated within the area. So in a funny sort of way, it attracts all kinds of criminals to this area. So I think it was very, very important for us to start doing something. And when we started doing this, we didn't do it alone. We also involved the police when we were establishing this safety neighborhood watch. So what I would say is that they are also aware of what we are doing.
First, when we started patrolling, we went to them and warned them to stop, to tell them that we are starting to patrol now. And if anyone gets robbed in a certain area where you know you operate, you will be in trouble.
So some of them were getting angry when we tried to stop them. So they threatened us like they're going to stab us or shoot us, something like that. So we kept bold to fight against that. We didn't stop.
Actually, 2 of our members got stabbed. One of them is here with us today. And of course another one is absent. And I think he was stabbed 2 times, just next to his heart, 4 times.
4 holes.
4 holes on his left hand side of his body.
Ngexesha besipatrola sizama ulungisa ezi-gangster yaqona. So sathi xa siya phaa NY50 opposite to section 2. Xa ke ngoku a lot of gangsters. Sathi xa sibuya kaxaseka abana no basizuma ngemiso, so ndahlatywa apha for 4 holes. So ndahamba ke ndabheka ekliniki. So ndaphumela eMitchells Plain. I think last of last week I'm coming back to, but I tell you, okay, I can't hit him that guys. But the only thing I want to do, okay, I can call all the gangsters, I can talking with the gangsters. Of course it's a little guys. I can't hit him, of course. My solution is only the community need. Of course I can't kill the gangsters, I can't, but always I want to sifuna baqhubekeke yaqona nge-future yabo.
So we try to tell them this is kids, this is wrong what we're doing. It doesn't give any future for you. We're not actually killing kids, killing people. No, we just stop the crime. They may just grow up, getting career, or go to school. They must go to school. And most thing I see, there's some of the kids, they're not going school. Some of them going school. Now those that don't go in school, they interfere those that go to school.
I think there is a lot of inactivity within our community. Hence you find that there's 13 to 17-year-olds, when they come out of school, like 2:30, they've got nothing to do. The only thing that they do, they roam the streets. That's when they start developing these funny ideas in terms of robbing people. if I may be blunt, most robberies, dangerous robberies, are done by these teenagers. House break-ins, stabbing of people. You'll find some of these kids are doing grade 12, grade 11, grade 10. They are school-going kids, but at night they turn into something else. It's those kids that are really, really keeping us on top of our toes in terms of crime in our area. Because guys who are 20 years upwards, they are in another different kind of crime, like robbing of trucks and all those things. But the crime that is really, really bothering the community, it's done by so-called school kids, 13 to 17. And they are highly, highly dangerous. Drug addiction is at its peak at the moment in our community.
They love the spotlights. All the time when they are taking people, they want to be seen. They want people to see them. They love the adrenaline. They love jumping up and down, screaming, doing crazy things. Sometimes they pulling, we call them pangas, those weapons, yeah, they pull them like on the road, when they're chasing people.
I think what these kids need the most, it's something to do. I wouldn't say sports alone. There are many, many other things that they could do, but due to the in excess of where we stay, I think it's one of those things that is contributing to the crime that we have. It's the fact that they have nothing to do. As a result, we were planning here as the neighborhood watch patrollers. For example, last week we brought together 3 different gangs, and they are all of this same age group I was talking about, 13 to 17. It's kids who were previously stabbing each other all over the place here. So we brought them together under one roof, and in a funny way we managed to actually convince them that what they were doing was wrong. As we speak now, those kids are friends, but we are worried if they don't get something to do, they might go back to what they were doing before. Now we're planning to do something for them, because here we're talking about a lot of kids. So it's a serious problem. If they don't get something to do, they will do something. I'm in trouble again, back to trouble, because some of them are addicted, others school kids, others robbers. But for now, they are friends, simply because we brought them together.
The problem now, like crime is decreasing, but the thing is there's still this drug problem. So if we can get rid of the drug dealers in the areas, I think crime will be far down than it is at this moment.
We have a battle in our hands. You might take these kids out from what they are doing, the robberies, you name them, the gangsterism. But as long as we cannot take out the drug smugglers, this thing will continue happening. As I was saying, these kids, we have saved them, gangsters, but now we're worried. As long as there is this drug, they will go back to what they were doing.
I believe that it's foreigners that are bringing drugs in our country. Yeah, and what we're trying to say, the cause of...
We have some, I'm sorry, like we have something that we call a property. When we caught a criminal, maybe we took a knife or phones, stolen phones, we take them to police station. Basically what I think Gosnat wants to say, there was mostly people who are selling tech in our community are foreigners, people from Zimbabwe and Nigeria. So we got a lot of tick from those kind of people. We take those drugs and we send them to the SAPs. Basically it's not 3 years. I think it's about 10 to 20.
Yeah,
it's been a
been
long
happening
time
for a couple of years, but now right now it has reached its peak. It's something that we were ignoring, but knowing that it's bubbling underneath. Simply the fact is that we are afraid to talk because there's this xenophobic thing. It's so hard for us to say a foreigner is selling something, but I think it's about time we talk, because 90% of the people who are smugglers at the moment, whether you go to so-called colored areas in Manenberg, you come to the so-called black areas, you will find that these guys, they feature prominently in terms of drugs. And we're saying something that we've experienced because we've caught them several times, being involved in this kind of dealing. Now we've got a new thing. I mean, previously there were drugs, but people were not so blatant as to sell drugs to primary school kids. I'm talking about grade 7 kids, grade 6 kids. But right now, people are selling drugs to grade 6 kids, grade 7 kids. They start being addicted at the age of 11, 12. And it's due to the people that are bringing these drugs to the country. And I repeat again, the word xenophobia is holding people back from actually speaking the truth. But I think it's about time this comes out.
And most thing, I think I wish, as me, as a patroller, we can get more sponsors, what we need,
What do you need?
Radio says who can contact each other. Let's say I'm not here now at home, something is happening, which is I don't know. If I got a radio, they can just contact me. Mr. Edward, there's something happened, so I know without running to my house. Maybe I'm not even there in my house, I'm somewhere, maybe to my wife, girlfriend, my family. So if I have a radio, then it's much more better. And besides, uniform, boots, more especially we don't have shoes to run the shows because we go into fields, sometimes it's wet, sometimes it's cold, and we going in the wings, sometimes it's raining, so...
Yeah, there are no hidden agendas. We don't want rewards for what we're doing. We're doing this because we're concerned about our community.
We don't want to rely on the government. I mean, I just want to make it clear, we don't want handouts. We, as I was saying, we are in the process of actually fending off for ourselves. As I was saying, the 2 businessmen is almost a start. Right now, we will be sending proposals to more businesses. We think the most healthiest way of actually getting help is to take the business route, the private route. Then when if the government comes, then we'll accept. But I think the most important thing is to professionalize ourselves and make sure that we can actually put ourselves out there.
Sometimes when we're walking down the streets, there will be a car stopping and a guy or a woman will come out this car and say, thank you, you've made a difference in our community, and give us maybe 200 rand. Keep those kind of monies. Then when we have a person who's injured, like Mr. Khokho, we would hire a car, would buy food, go to the hospital, just to motivate him so that when he comes out from the hospital, he won't have that fear. He would know that there are men among me.
Do it with love and passion. So it is a daily task for me. For me, I know that 8 o'clock I must be on the base. Like for instance, I've got my register. I register all the guys that come to that must have a register. So everybody there must be registered. So it's my day. I know from Monday to Friday I'm there. I mean, I can take a rest off on weekend. Maybe I can give the register to Kosnati. Kosnati, I'm not available today, be in charge. But most of us, we are always there because we are committed and we're doing this with love. We know it's dangerous and it's risky, but we just go for it.
If you're doing something with love, you don't expect money because you don't. If money comes, then you can take it, but you don't expect to be paid because you do it with love. You even protect your own home, besides you protect another home. You protect at the same time your own home. Your own family is protected now because you also in the patrol situation. So nobody can just do anything you like. Nobody can try to rob or anything because they know you are a guy of patrol. Even if you don't, they know us what we're doing. So it's not so easy to guys now to do as what they like.
Most people, they came here to do this thing expecting something out of it, financial reward. If you don't go into this thing with the heart of actually changing the circumstances in your community, then you will fall off the radar. We didn't come here to be paid. We came here as concerned citizens to change the situation that we were in. If finances come, they come. If they don't come, they don't come. But we didn't come this far for that. So mostly other people joined this expecting some kind of handout from a government or somebody out there. Now I think that's what the problem is.
My dream is for my community to be safe.
Community mayikhululeke yonke man.
Phupho lami kutshintsha ubomi be youngsters among thina because kucula abantwana abaninzi apha. and a future bright.
My dream is to see our community is safely.
My dream is to see Gugulethu a drug-free area in a crime-free zone. Thank you.
My dream is to people to feel like it's the place to be.
My dream is to turn Gugulethu into a suburb rather than a typical township where it's crime infested. Thank you.